Hello, as you may know, my name's Megan, and I'm a licensed realtor in the state of Kansas and Missouri in the Kansas City metro. And I just wanted to come on here and go over some of the basics of, especially first time home buying, because most people are in that boat. Typically speaking, the second time around is much easier because you know what the hell's going on. I know, it's a very seemingly daunting process buying a home, but it's actually a lot more simple than you might think. So I just wanted to go over some of the basics. Perhaps demystify some commonly asked questions and common misconceptions of home buying. So the very first step to owning a home is seeing how much money we can spend. Okay, we got to know our budget before we go shopping. You don't want to fall in love with a $500,000 house if you qualify for $250,000. Kind of a huge difference, you know what I'm saying? So the first thing we want to find out is, are you pre-qualified? Or if you have cash, you don't need to be pre-qualified. You got cash. Cash is king, right? So for first-time home buyers, in order to qualify for the down payment assistance program in the Kansas City metro area, one would need to look at, the lenders would like to look at your credit score, how long you've had at your job, if you're 1099 and W-2. These are different time frames for each. And so we also want to look, or the lenders want to look at, also if you do have a down payment, how much is it? They also want to look at your debt to income ratio. So when it comes to qualifying for being pre-approved for the first-time home buyers down payment assistance program, one on the lower end of the spectrum, when it comes to credit scores, a creditor, depending on who you go to, because each lender has different programs that one could potentially qualify for. That's the beauty of shopping around for different lenders. Each lender may have access to this program where the other one doesn't. And it's just whatever suits the client's needs is where we're going to go with. Sometimes it's easier to go with your bank. I will say, though, sometimes when you do go with your bank, they might not have as good as rates. And a lot of times people are concerned with the rates. Date the rate, marry the house, right? That's what they say. So, like I said, sometimes it's easier to go through your bank because for me, for example, I've been going to the same bank pretty much my whole life. So they know the ins and outs of my money and what it looks like, and they have more of a history. But sometimes it's just frankly, it's easier and less of a pain in the ass because creditors or lenders going to look for like your W-2s and like pay stubs, things like that. But as I just said, sometimes lenders have better rates. So sometimes it's a better idea. It's just whatever you, the client, is needing, wanting, or willing to do, frankly. And honestly, it doesn't take all that long if you have all the documents in place. But sometimes it's, like I said, a little bit of a pain in the ass. I'm not going to lie to you. To get all these W-2s, get your pay stubs. It's not impossible by any means, but it's just time consuming sometimes, right? Okay, once we found either a lender and a program that fits your needs, or you decide to go through your bank, once you're pre-approved, this lasts for 3 to 4 months, depending on who you go to, right? So in that time frame, they do what's called a soft pull hit on your credit. Not really a big deal. Only like maybe a couple of points worth of investigating. It's annoying that they have to do that, but sorry, that's just how it is, Anyways, just like getting a car, and when they investigate your credit history for that type of loan, it didn't do much to my credit, you know what I mean? I just got one earlier this year. But that's what's going to happen is they're going to take a look at your credit and see a soft pull on your credit, and they're going to see like if you are able to even be pre-approved, and if not, what route should we take? Do we need to pay off this debt, or should we work on that one? What are we going to do? What's the route we need to go? Once you're pre-approved by your bank or a lender, the next step is to choose a realtor. Me. Since you're watching this video, might as well go with me, right? Anyways, honestly, you want to find the best deal of anything and everything. It's a big purchase, big deal, you know what I mean? But if you do choose me, I fully appreciate that, and I will do my absolute best work and work the hardest I can for you because I understand and appreciate how much of a big deal this is. And I take my clients and their needs very seriously. Anyways, once you chose me, and how or who is going to pre-approve you. Once we find out our budget, if you're not going with cash, we'll assume. And let's say you qualify for down payment assistance program. Okay, so what I was talking about, on the lower end of the credit history, some creditors will take a 580, some will take up to a 640. It just depends on who you're going through. But this is solely for qualifying for the down payment assistance program. Just say you don't have any down payment, right? Let's say you got a 650. We'll go with that. Okay, that's cool. How long have you had your job? Okay, if it's a W-2 job, I know some lenders that'll take 6 months. I know some that will take a year. Typically speaking, they want to see you have a job for at least 2 years consistently. Now, in that time frame, say you move from this job to that job. Is it the same field? That's usually pretty acceptable. They also, take other things into consideration. This isn't the end-all be-all, but these are typically speaking what lenders are going to look for, and they're going to want to see. Like I said, every case is a little unique. It depends on what's going on in your life. So that's why you need to get with me, talk to me, see what avenue I can help you down and who to talk to, right? Because me as an agent, that's my job, is to basically hold your hand and be like, okay, I know this person, you can talk to them about this, and I know a credit repair person, you can talk to them about that. That's my job, is I'm the one that knows everybody, and I know who to send you to and what direction we need to take, right? And I do kind of all the heavy lifting for you. All you need to really do is get pre-approved and choose a house. Well, and obviously tell me the details of what it is that you want and need, whatever. You know what I'm saying. You're smart. But okay, so credit, 580 to 640 is on the lower end of what we're looking for. Job history, W-2 jobs, we'll go with about 2 years. They want to look for about 2 years. If you're a 1099 employee, they want to see at least like 5 years, give or take. It just depending on the lender, like I said. And do you have a down payment? If not a big deal. Sometimes if you qualify for the down payment assistance program, which can be very helpful. But I know I've helped multiple people that got into their house for $2,000, and that was it, out of pocket, because they qualified for the down payment assistance program. That's it. I hear people all the time saying, oh my God, I need $30,000, $40,000. No, you don't. No, you don't. You do not need that much money to get into a house. If you have it, you can bet your ass you're going to be into a house. Absolutely. But you do not necessarily need to have that. Unless your credit is trash and your job history is trash, that might work for you. They might look at that. Like I said, every case is different. That's why you need to come talk to me, and we'll figure out what you need to do next, okay? Like I said, that's my job. In addition to being a realtor, realtors wear many, many hats. Guidance counselor is one of them. Financial advisor is another one. You know what I'm saying? I don't have my degree as a financial advisor, but trust and believe. I know, I promise you I know what I'm talking about. I'll make another video on that one, but just trust me on this. We got a deal? All right, then. Get out there, sport. I say get out there, I mean get with me. If I DM me, call me, text me, message me, comment below. I'm here to help. Any and all questions you got, none of them annoy me. You're not wasting my time. I'm here to help. Because after that, if the house appraises and it we got a good report back from the inspector, pretty damn easy after that. All you just got to do is pick the house out and buy it, as long as there's no competition. But I'll make another video about that. Sometimes the springtime can be crazy. Why you got me on your side? Because I'm a fighter. Not you against them. Trust and believe I will fight for your right to get into your dream home. Because if I don't know something, or if I can't do something, you can bet your ass I know someone who does, or who can help. Just, like I said, get with me, tell me what the deal is, and we will go from there. I got your back.